What up, YouTube? Louis here with, and
Orlando
this is Team FlexQue again with another.
video
What?
deck tech.
Yeah. What are we going over today?
We're going over Sivir, the one and only. I don't foil things out, but this is my pride and joy, so we definitely had to foil this one out.
Let's
So.
go. This is the weekend of the big regionals happening in
Bologna.
Bologna, Bologna. So be on the lookout for a recap video of that.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
And then the following week is the Vegas regional, and we'll have our teammate Zach going. So if you see him there, definitely come say what's up to Team FlexCube. We're excited to get out there and compete and put out results.
Yeah, also our boy JJ is going to be out there too,
right.
playing
That's
inside some
right.
side events, so we'll love to see how he's going to grow and attack that tournament. So it's going to be sick.
Let's just go ahead and hop into this deck guide.
Sivir. All right, what's up, guys? We are now here for the deck tech of our Lord and Savior, Sivir. So first, we got the Battle Mistress. When you recycle a rune, you may exhaust me and play a gear token exhausted. Very insane effect for this. You're a very power-hungry deck, and it's just something that you really want to facilitate throughout the turn. And then whenever one or more enemy units die, you ready me.
So essentially, like a seal is just free
Yes, but you could get 2 per turn.
if a unit dies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's not once per turn either.
that's true.
You could get 3.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so if you just keep killing things, which with some cards that we're going to show you in a second, you just keep untapping, recycling, and you just keep going on and on and on, and then your later turns are so broken. Also, color combination is just really strong to begin with. We just got a 6/6 split on our runes. Every color is very important. You need to pay power on body, and you got to pay power on chaos at the same time. I like even split. I thought about doing 7/5 on the purple because purple is the most important.
Right.
It's a lot of doubles, but early game you need the body rune too much. So
Now, we got to give a shout out to the guy who killed it.
yes, Randy. Yeah, I watched him play this deck and I just fell in love with it immediately. We went to Office Max, printed the deck same day. As soon as I got that deck list, I went to go print it.
Right. So huge shout out. LJ here has had a lot of success with the deck.
Yeah, just crushing locals and everything like that. Going to be taking it probably to Richmond, either this or the Draven variant. I'm just pretty sure I'm playing Miracle.
Right.
If you see me, I'm probably playing with Ezreal's, and we're just going crazy through our whole deck. So
that's right.
yeah, shout out to my man's. He's a great guy. Also, I like his posts. Might be going to Irelia. I know you're a fan. He might be your guy.
I saw him post that deck guide. Definitely check him out.
Yes, sir. All right, 3 battlefields. We got Zon Warrens, the classic. Whenever you conquer here, discard 1, draw a card.
Yeah.
You do this going first because you are a scrap heap deck.
Right.
So you want to be able to do this game 1, and then you usually side them out game 2 and 3.
So for those who don't know the card, what does that do when you discard it?
Scrap heap. It says whenever this card's played, discard or kill, draw 1 card.
So you're drawing essentially an extra card.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So you just move up here, discard 1, draw 1 off a scrap heap, and you're filling your graveyard up. That's the most important part. You want a really big discard pile as soon as possible.
Right.
So we got Obelisk of Power. I've actually been taking this going first because in Sivir, I just want to play Ezreal as fast as possible. It is just the most important card, and Sivir replaces the power I play from.
Right. That makes sense.
So I just want to play this on going turn 1. Just very important to get your energy going, and usually you do more powerful things than the person in front of you. So you're okay with them going up 1, maybe playing a Draven or a Kai'Sa on turn 1.
Right.
Totally fine. We're going to just overpower that. And then for the going second, I like the Sigil of Storm. It doesn't really affect us that much. Whenever we recycle, make a gold token. And then they're struggling to conquer both because their deck is not functioning in a way to really recycle your runes on repeat.
Right. I haven't seen much of this battlefield played. I saw it a lot in set 1.
MF. Yeah, same color combo.
Same color combination.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just really just slows them down on just going back and forth, especially Irelia.
Right.
If you're ganking back and forth, you're going to have to recycle in between of those.
Definitely good against her.
So that's how I do it. First going Zon Warrens, and then that's the first one you pick. Side out your scrap heaps, When you're going first Obelisk, going second Sigil.
Right.
That's basically where I'm at. So our champion unit, it has Accelerate. If you have spent at least 2 power this turn, it has +2 in ganking. Costs 4, 1 purple power, and 4 might. Do I play this card a lot? No. But the threat of having just a 5 unit just come into play and turn into a 6 might unit is really insane. They can't really just put anything 5 or less up there because I could just sneak this in and go into it immediately.
Right. So your opponent's constantly playing around it because it's always available for you.
Yeah.
If you go on your turn and have the runes ready, they gotta be thinking about that.
Exactly. It's kind of like Draven, how you don't want to just move your guy up.
Right.
I'll just kill it with this. And it's this card's insanely important against Draven also. Because it's one of your bigger cards. Like, you need something with a higher might total to get over the Dravens and all the, like, switcheroos that'll be happening and pushbacks. You just need more might and more creatures really coming through. So it's just really good one to have. The 6-drop one doesn't really do anything with this deck. Cult Shot. This card is insane. Costs 0 for some reason. 1 purple power. Action, so you can play it on their turn during showdowns. Has repeat for only a purple power. Look at the top 2 cards of your main deck. Draw one of them and recycle the other. Now, this card is insane because you are just getting gold tokens on repeat. So paying these powers to essentially go look 2, draw 1, look 2, draw 1 for just power.
In addition to the gold, though, you just have seals. If say you don't have any gold at that particular time, you do have seals to just make it free as well.
Exactly, and then you also have Ezreal, which Ezreal reduces the cost of it. So if you just have an Ezreal and a purple seal in play and you repeat,
yep,
that's just free.
And notably, this is another discard outlet for your scrap heap.
Exactly. Yeah, just
a lot of energy in the deck.
Yeah, exactly. The whole deck just turns. You're gonna see everything every time you play this deck. Just going 3 mana, I'll discard this, draw 3 is just insane.
Yeah.
Seal of Discord, the one that we've been talking about. Every color has a seal. It costs 0, and it's a gear. Reaction, add a purple power, and it costs 1 purple power. So really going turn 1 this after you play a card is not really taxing because Sivir is going to give you a gold right back.
Right.
So now you got 2 power. So you go Ezreal, Call Shot, look at 10 cards. Stack deck just goes with the whole miracle thing.
Yep.
Action, we've been playing with it for a while. Gives you good card selection, lets you do it on their turn to hold up more mana. Just everything around it is just really good. Just lucky, I guess.
You're essentially just trying to cycle through your whole deck, and this is definitely a card that helps you.
Yeah. Just 1 mana is just really cheap. We just want to keep going through the deck. Sabotages, you got 3 of them. We could play that extra one inside Sivir because of the gold tokens. It's not really taxing us. Also, you want to know what their hand is because you're going to craft your whole hand while playing this deck. If you get to look at their hand, you get to decide what you want to counteract almost everything that they're doing. That's really where the difficult part comes in.
Right.
Yeah.
And then also with purple being so dominant in the meta, like Sabotage is just good in general because, like you said, you want to know what to play around those fighter flights, those rebukes.
Exactly.
Switcheroo.
Yes, pushbacks, anything like that. Also, Irelia, if you want to see if they have any of the target stops.
Right.
Her signature spell can just randomly swing so much in a combat.
Yep.
Yeah, so card's phenomenal. Also has a lot better matchups in this set. Kind of just good against everything. Got 1 of her signature spell on the hunt. Ready all your units. Yep. You're going to see some big guys that we're going to be playing for free at the end of these big guys that we're going to have. And it just readies everything. You just want an extra copy of this like confront effect. Confront that we play is this guy right here where units enter ready and you draw a card. You just want the 3rd one so that you can have this turn where you establish a bunch of guys, untap them, and push in.
Right. This is mainly like your finisher when you are able to play a bunch of your I forget.
Versaces.
Yeah. The card that's reduced the number of cards in your trash. So like you just put 3 on the board, ready them all. Swing, win the game.
Yeah, it's just crazy that you just put 18 might in play and then just untap all of it.
Yep.
You could just do that for such a cheap cost. So just one of those. It's a really good card to find. Punch first.
Gotta play it.
Cards insane.
Yeah.
Action, give a unit +5. Costs 2 orange power. Usually that's taxing in the deck, but you're Sivir, so you don't really care about these high power costs because you're replacing it or just have your gold tokens just doing it already.
That's right.
And this really helps you get over some humps like through the game because you don't play a lot of creatures in general.
Right.
You just play a lot of spells with a little bit of gear, with a little bit of units. It's just really good all around.
I think you said it perfectly earlier. You're essentially crafting your hand to deal with whatever your opponent is presenting.
Yeah, and this just has this is the answer to a lot of scenarios, so it's good to have 2 so you can find it a little easier.
Exactly.
Next, you got Confronts. It's the same thing as On Your Hunt. Draws a card.
Yeah, it does draw your card.
Yeah, that's why you play more of this one. Doesn't cost power. Draws a card, so you can just cycle it. And it's just really strong all around.
I didn't realize this was action speed.
Yeah, so you can hold up Stack Deck, Confront, and everything like that on your opponent's turn. And then if you get into a favorable thing or you just want your guy to die, you can just draw cards on their turn, go to your turn, and start going.
Or like you draw a card to look for that punch first.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
This is like they're on their 7 point, they're trying to conquer.
Yeah.
You know, your last ditch effort, draw a card.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of times they'll go to the other battlefield because I'm orange-purple. I have the most interaction with all mana besides like Kaisa or something like that.
Right.
Yes. Card's crazy. The whole deck's crazy, honestly. Double Fighter Flight. You're going to notice there's a lot of 2s just because of how much you can turbo and go through, so everything kind of feels like a 3 of. Now you're playing 3 Stack Decks, 3 Called Shots, 3 Ezreals, Traveling Merchant, Scrap Heap. All these cards just say draw, 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 so you don't feel the tax of only having 2 copies like a normal deck would have. This is just kind of a catch-all thing. If you don't have enough might, move something off. You want to save your guy, move something off. Or if you need a reaction speed, tap a seal or pay a gold, and then you could just hide it for free. Just pretty good all-around card, just staple in purple. Scrap Heaps, went over that.
Yeah.
You side these out after game 1 most of the time, unless you just can't really put any cards from your sideboard in. I haven't ran into that yet, but you just don't really want this when you don't have Zon Warrens. You have 6 cards that discard. You have Ezreal, and then you have Traveling Merchant.
And I guess if you're in a pinch game 1 and you don't have a discard alley and you need to draw.
Yeah, you could just play it.
Just play a draw.
Yeah, it's like Confronts and everything like that. That's why I deck Turbo so much. Everything just says draw. Speaking of Traveling Merchants, got 3 of them. This card's broken, just free cycle. The best 2 drop in purple besides like Overzealous Fan, but we're not really being aggressive, so this card's just really, really good at filtering, building up that discard pile, and just kind of an extra body that does something.
Yep, fill the yard for the last rites.
Yeah, exactly. Last rites. Also equipping it with last rites. Just making it to a 4. They have to commit into it because then your last rites bring you back an Ezreal, brings back a Fizz or a Shasha or something like that. And now they're on base. Now I get to punch first and go in and kill your guy. It makes them fall into the Sivir a lot. Got Treasure Trove. So this is a card that one of our buddies played in set 1 in was Misfortune Aurora.
Yep.
So Zachary used to play this, and I've always liked this card. But with Sivir, if you pay the purple to kill it to get the effect of when this leaves the board, draw 1, channel 1 rune, you make a gold token.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, because you're cycling a rune, and that's triggering.
You got
your...
this.
Sorry, long day for me.
Yeah,
it's triggering your legend. So
yeah, exactly. And then it's just an easy way to go about it. But if you have a gold token or a seal, it's ramping you now.
Yeah.
Because you pay the power and then channels a rune. You never got rid of a rune, and it's free card draw.
Yeah.
So on turn 1, say you have 2 runes, right? You go tap 2. I'll play Treasure Trove. And then you go recycle 1, play Seal, activate Sivir, get a gold token. Then you activate Treasure Trove, tapping the purple seal you just played, getting rid of it, you ramp 1, draw 1, so you got a seal and a gold token and a filter for nothing.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You're just set up for 2 or 3 turns with your gold plus purple seal.
This is a good setup card.
Yes. That's why. But like I said, 2 ofs. Yeah. We can find everything. It's 3 of the cards that you would play all throughout the game, essentially. 2 challenges. This card is insane against Draven. The only thing that they can do in response is a axe. They don't really have a lot of instant speed, reaction speed cards that
Right.
interact with challenge because we're not in combat. We're just dealing might to each other.
Yep.
So Draven doesn't trigger. They aren't able to play actions because there's something on the chain, and it's just a really good way to attack Draven. Also, with your sabotages, you should know if they have the axe or not.
Yep.
So if you lead with sabotage or you go fizz, get back sabotage, and you don't see a way for them to respond to challenge in any way, you go challenge, then you could go play fizz, and then fizz will play challenge again, and you just kill their whole board. And now you have like the last rights on your fizz while it's on base, and that's bringing back your Ezreal, and you're drawing, and you're putting them in this loop of where your Sabo plus challenge, because these cards recycle the spell. You turbo so much, they end up being the only spells.
Right.
So you could kind of just keep turboing. Usually you win the game before then, but it's just a way to really like turbo through. Challenge is best card, best interaction spell in this deck. With Punch First 2, you just punch first main phase on your Rashasha, make it 11, punch first.
Yep.
Move into a base after.
So notably, punch first is an action.
Yeah.
So you would have to punch first before you challenge. So
yeah. You go punch first, resolve, challenge it.
Yep.
Boom, boom. Then you could just like move in and go throughout your turn and be safe. You're not in combat with Draven. So they usually never draw against you. That happens a lot. One rebuke. You don't really need the other one because this is for the end of the game when you're trying to get through, so you can find that very easily. You don't need it early. That's just essentially why you don't play more than one. This is really good against, like, say you play against like Ornn, you need a card in game 1 to randomly bounce the 20 might unit.
Or Irelia.
Yeah, Irelia, that could get them sometimes. They just play it right back, but against them you're trying to be a little bit more aggressive.
Can't be defied.
Yes, cannot be defied. That's very huge. They can use the not so fast.
Yep, it can be not so fast.
But you should be sabotaging the Irelia player the whole game. That's all that you're trying to do is just sabo. They don't have enough cards. Hit them with a couple challenges. Game. You kill the Irelia once, rip their hand. You should be good. That's why I like that matchup so much with this deck. The one last rights. This card's insane. It's 3 mana gear. Equipped 1 purple, you recycle 2 cards from your trash onto the bottom, so it lets you put cards that you wanted to draw again back in.
Yeah, because you can cycle through your entirety of your deck.
Yeah, you'll know what you're drawing once you start playing the deck so much. You'll start understanding where cards are. As you could tell, the guy at top, he also just like wrote down what cards were in which stack.
Yeah, Randy.
Yeah, Randy. Yeah, he just wrote.
If you watch his coverage at the regionals in China, he was noting what was going on the bottom. Yeah. Specifically probably for knowing what cards are gonna come up when he's cycling.
Yeah, it comes up like when you play a stack deck late game off your fizz or something like that. You're like, I know what 3 cards I'm about to look at, so I should be good. Like, I'm not gonna make this play because next turn these cards are coming to me.
Yeah.
That's it. That takes a minute, so don't think that you need to know how to do that off rip, but it's going to get there as you play the deck more and more and more. And then when you conquer or hold, you may play a unit from your trash.
The replaying of Fizz is strong. Ezreal. There's a lot of good units to play
and the 2 might get you over a lot of stuff. Like your Sasha turning into an 8 is pretty good.
Right.
Yeah, and helps with challenges, getting over some, like, if they have an Ezreal because you're playing a mirror, you get to equip, and now you get to challenge.
Right.
Get the small guys out, make your guys at least decent. This card gets equipped to the Sivir champion, or to the leader. The champion unit, it gets equipped to that a lot, and just kind of holding that battlefield and giving her ganking, going over to the next battlefield just makes you, like, turbo. Like, they have to move in to kill everything. And then you just last rights everything back.
Right.
And then now it's just kind of lights out because you sabotage, kill, blah, blah. And 1, because you just need that towards the end. Triple Ezreal, the heart of the deck. When you play me, discard 1 card and draw 2. Optional and additional costs you pay cost 1 generic or a power less. So you just discard like scrap heaps, anything that you don't really need. Draw 2 filters, make your call shots cost less. Like, it's call shot plus Ezreal is just
Really good.
Yeah, yeah.
Really good.
Everybody knows how that works.
Yeah. That's what most people were excited for when Spiritforged was
Yeah,
giving us
yeah.
spoilers.
I said Ezreal will be one of the most expensive cards, and that is holding up
Yep,
for sure.
absolutely. It's just really good.
Yeah. This card has impressed me.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
this
yeah.
should be a legendary. This card should be a
It's just
legendary.
so good because you're cheering through your deck, you're discarding cards. Your trash is essentially an extension of your hand with this card.
Exactly, yes. You have an extra copy, so all these twos that you're playing, you have extra copies within these fizzes, the stack decks, called shots.
Right.
It's really like 5 copies of every card in your deck. That's how consistent this feels.
I wonder if they'll ever play trash hate, like
Oh yeah, like something.
make them.
They have that not purple, the yellow gear that makes a dude. I think it has, you could sack it and then you could put 4 guys or put 4 cards back into someone's deck.
You can target your opponent. We'll have to look into
Yeah,
it.
we gotta look.
Might be some sneaky tech against, this deck.
It just popped up, one of my Rek'Sai friends. I just saw him doing it, so it might work against me. I don't like that. I don't like that. Yeah, but when you play me, you may play a spell from your trash, ignoring the cost no more than 3 generic, ignores energy cost, recycle that spell after you play it. So you can play things with a power cost. You just have to pay the power.
Right.
You don't have to pay any runes, but you have to recycle the runes to do anything like that. So just a good generic card. It's a copy of everything. Decent amount of might. And then Rasasha. Costs 1 less for every card inside your drop. You're just trying turbo. Rasasha. Now you can use your challenges, your last rights, everything like that, and just kind of take over the board slowly but surely. It just really grinds them out.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this card ever since set 1. I was a big Yasuo player.
Yeah.
I was playing in Yasuo.
The Nocturne.
The Nocturne.
Yeah.
Just playing in and being able to move in. So I'm glad to see that it is very good.
It's so broken.
Yeah.
This card's like just 6 might for 0. It's not okay.
Yeah, essentially free.
Yeah.
Especially in this deck.
Sideboard. Got 2 Unyielding Spirits. Obviously for the Kaisa matchup. Can't really think about anything else. Just want to protect my small guys from falling stars because my Ezreals are really important. Also, it's kind of like, it's like 1 for like 2 or 4 runes worth.
Yeah, because most of the removal is like, think about Piercing Light, Falling Star, Singularity.
Yeah. If they want to play a Cathian
Rain, this shit is like, okay, you tap out. No damage.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just 1, and it costs power, but you don't care because you're Sivir. Power does not matter inside this deck. Boom. Then we got 1 hard bargain. It's just like, I call like these as catch-alls. Like if you run into like a Lux, pretty good. I don't really like against Draven. I thought I would like against Draven, but sometimes they just axe you, or they just have enough runes to do this. Pretty decent against Azir actually, because the games that you lose is like really aggressive Arise turns,
right?
Which you'll be able to get out of that. Or if you think your opponent's gonna have Targon's Peak in that game, I've noticed where like if I thought that I would be able to get a free untap too, is not that bad.
Right.
Good against Annie. I noticed that against locals because they're untapping 2 all the time. But they're using all of their runes, untapping only 2.
They're just holding 2 up most of the time.
Exactly.
So they're not going to be able to pay for that cost of hard bargain.
Exactly. So that's what I'm noticing with that. And then it's good against Kaisa. Just counters whatever.
Right.
Then we got Cannon Barrages. This is against Draven. And then if you play against any... if you run into a Victor at all, it's not that bad. But the reason why people play this for Draven is because of Fan. It's 1 for 1 with Fan. Sometimes the treasures, with the treasure, the 2 drop 1 might, kills those. It is so important to have them not have that for combat, for switcheroos, and just in general with just pushing you off, that you play a couple of these. And this doesn't kill anything in our deck.
Right.
So that's just something that I don't want to use the challenge to kill Fan. I need more cards to be able to interact to get into combat.
So Fan's in the battlefield. You initiate. Their trigger goes on the stack. This is reaction. You can kill it before that.
No. So I'm just playing it before I'm even in combat. I'm playing this as if it was action.
That says deal 2 damage to all units in combat. So you have to.
Oh, it's in combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got moving. I have not been able to do it yet, so we have to wait.
Okay. That's where I was confused.
Okay,
So we gotta look at the rule and we'll let you know in the comments.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they still push you back though. But it kills the leftover guys afterwards.
Most of the time, depending on what's out there. So
yeah.
Notably, for this card, you do have to be in combat.
Yeah. Honestly, when I start making tweaks, we got to look at this card again.
Yeah. Yeah, that last 2 words.
Combat?
In combat, yeah.
See, I'm not a Draven player. I don't know what combat is. My bad.
We're trying to avoid combat.
Yeah, we're trying to avoid it. All right, 1 Auction. This card is just like a good stat. Also, but if you play against any of the random equipment decks, you want to take the Trinity Force, Skyfall, anything like that. It's also good against the baited hook decks. You get to take their baited hook. You won't be able to use it, but just taking their baited hook away from them is insanely important. And also Ornn, just taking a random card from Ornn is very relevant.
Or a big sword.
Exactly. Just random stuff. It just randomly takes things from random matchups. Like you play against a Jax at locals, you're like, oh, I'm going to put the Auction in my deck. Take your guy.
Yeah.
Card's good. Playing a 4/4 is pretty good also. Nothing wrong with it. You got 1 Rune Runner. Can't be chosen. This is just if the matchup abides by it, side it in. Kai'Sa's the number 1 priority with this card. They can't target it. Also good against Draven. They can't interact with it. It's making it where only Axe is an interaction. So you can start sabotaging the axes. So now all of your cards work against everything else.
Right.
Axe is the weak point for the deck. If I don't have a way to interact with it, which I don't really have a way to interact outside sabotage, I'm doing good against everything else.
Right.
So it's really good against the main decks. It's also decent against Irelia. I'm kind of 50-50 against Irelia because it's really good against the spell the dance spell.
Defiant Dance, yeah.
Defiant Dance.
They couldn't push it back.
Yeah, they can't bounce it.
Can't rebuke it.
Yeah, and you have to think of these cards with how your deck plays. So I should always have a sabotage, some information, some way to be like, is this safe? How do I make his hand bad against Rune Runner?
Right.
That was kind of the thought. Need to get into that. The sideboarded games are a little difficult because everything is just so fluent.
Yeah. Once the meta is more established, you'll have a more concrete.
And then Downwell returns all units and gears to their owner's hands. I kind of like this against almost everything. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, because you're able to rebuild so quick.
Yeah, like if I'm just bouncing my seals, flowing some power, play them all back down, and then play all my Rosashas, and you have nothing in play.
Yeah,
that should be lights out. Or
this should end the turn as the last.
No, that would be insane.
End the turn.
Yeah, this is good against Ornn. I think it's good against Draven too. Honestly, I think bouncing like a Kai'Sa and a Rune Runner. No, not Rune Runner. Furious, the Worm Coil that turns into 2 guys.
What's that card called?
Furious Forerunner. Furious Forerunner. Yeah. Furious Forerunner. Yeah, that card is really good against that on both sides of it.
Yep.
So I'm just really a fan of its catch-all. Good against a lot of random stuff that you would play against and function well in your deck in general. So that is the whole deck. So in my opinion, this is a pretty difficult deck to understand and learn. You
gotta know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
You gotta know the meta. Exactly. Know what cards your opponent may or may not have in hand.
Rune management as well.
Definitely, I think it requires a lot of skill to play this.
Yeah.
But challenge yourself, try it out.
Exactly. That's what I was about to get into. This is a deck that works. If you're just by yourself and you want to learn a deck, you can play this on your own.
Right. You
can goldfish. You can just kind of go over the deck, load up an online client, just kind of go on there, turbo it, go to locals, and now you're playing faster, understanding the deck. That's what I did. It's really fun. Once you get there, it's very rewarding. It's a really fun experience playing this deck.
Yeah, definitely recommend doing that before playing a game. Kind of get familiar.
Play fun games before you pay some money for it. Yeah,
Right,
you don't want to be
right.
taking 15-minute turns in locals.
Right. Your opponent might be looking at you kind of funny.
Yeah, they're like, Kinsman, does he
Man, I'm
know
just trying to play my
Magic?"
new cards I just got from Spiritforged.
Yeah, he's like, I got Jacks here, and I haven't gotten to turn 3 yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, shout out to the Sivir. This is probably what I'll be taking to me to Richmond.
Yep. Richmond SCG Con coming up. So we'll be there. Come say what's up. That's the deck guide. Guys, we appreciate all the support we've been getting. Been getting a lot of interactions on X. You know, we're out there to answer questions. You know, that's where you can contact us directly. You can support us by liking, subscribing, everything you're doing already. We appreciate everything.
Yes, sir.
You
Hit
know?
that bell.
Hit that bell. Be on the lookout for some updates and some stuff we'll announce soon, and also some more upcoming videos, some recaps, some more
1v1s.
1v1s. You know, we're excited to make this. We're excited to put stuff out there, and we'll keep doing it. So
yes, sir. FlexQue out.